and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're in a little bit of a different setting today. So as you can see, I have this beautiful flower wall that I made. So right now I'm in the process of trying to create my own office space so I can keep editing and making videos and everything. So if you would like to see how I made this beautiful, beautiful flower wall, stay tuned.
All right, guys, so let's get started. So for these roses that you see that I have, I ended up using a total of 240. I got these from Amazon. I'll be sure to leave the link in the description below. So I ended up getting cream and white roses, and I used 220 of those. And then this little box right here with the pink roses and the leaves and whatnot, this was a box of 20. So I got this as an accent box. And I think it turned out perfect. I mean, obviously you can choose more or less. You can even choose different hues of pink, but this is just what I decided to do. So if you decided to order this from Amazon, be sure that you get some pliers or some kind of wire cutter because you'll need them because the stems are made of wire. I also thought keeping the greens would make a really nice accent piece. If you want to, you can. If not, you don't have to. So I got this large piece of foam from Home Depot. I think it was like $5 or $6, super cheap. And now I'm just placing a flower right in the middle of the foam as a starting point. That's just what I like to do. So I punctured it through the foam, and now I'm gonna get some hot glue and I'm gonna secure it down to make sure it stays and it doesn't budge. So here are the two flowers that I have. I chose white and cream. I thought that'd be really nice, and it really flowed nicely with the light pink. So I'm just gonna place these around the main pink flower in the center just as a starting point and just to kind of see how it's gonna look overall. So just like the main pink flower in the center, I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue these other small roses right next to it to make sure it's secure and it's gonna hold up. So now I'm just taking all of my accent flowers and placing them around the board. I wanted to make sure that I spread them out evenly, and I was kind of nervous that if I just started putting flowers on that maybe I'd kind of forget or that I would cluster them. So I just decided for me it was best to just scatter them around in the beginning, and then I would just work around them. So now that I've placed all my accent flowers, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting my cream and white roses and placing them around the accent flowers and towards the corners. I noticed that I started doing it towards the corner after a while. I thought I would go around the flowers, but I found that when I did that, I was nervous that my clusters weren't gonna look good or that there would be too much spacing. So here's a little overview of what I've completed so far. So here I am 2 days later. I finally got the rest of my roses and I'm just cutting them all over again, getting ready to place them on the board. So now I'm just basically just filling it in. key tip that I have is when you're placing these roses, kind of overlap them because you want to give it that big, lush, full feeling, and you don't want to see any spaces. Just make sure when you get the flowers that you're doing an even distribution of them. You don't want one color to overpower another. You want it to kind of look even and very seamless. Make sure as you get towards the end, you make sure that your borders and your perimeter is completely full. So that way when you hang it up, you can't see the edge of the styrofoam. So now that I'm towards the end, I'm using those small little flowers that were in my accent box, the little accent flowers. I'm just sticking them in. There's no rhyme or reason the way that I'm doing it, just whatever looks good. And I'm just sticking it in between the roses just to kind of see what looks good. And I also stick the little leaves in, but obviously you can do whatever you want. You could do it with or without. Honestly, when I looked at the wall without it, I thought it looked really good, but I just thought this just gave it a little extra pop and a little extra personality. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys really like this wall. I thought it was really cool. It was really simple, super easy.
Thanks guys for tuning in and watching all the way through. If you like what you see, please let me know. Leave me any tips, any ideas for my office space in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.